Welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. I got unexpectedly woken up last night and this morning, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna um, get up in my pajamas and do a love reading. So we're gonna use the Star Seeker Tarot. So I'll start with getting the other person's energy and your energy and read into that. And if that resonates, then I'll get the connecting energy, their energy towards you, your energy towards them. Sometimes I get past, present, and future for more context. And then I'll look into the other person's energy. Hmm. I think we'll take that. So the Page of Swords came out when I was shuffling, and I felt like I should pull it back out. So with the Page of Swords, it's like all of this all this cloudiness and all of this fogginess. It's like trying to navigate through some sort of darkness, or trying to navigate through some sort of uncertainty, trying to find clarity when there's not like a clear path around you. So we have this in the reverse. So this other person, yeah, and then we have Judgment, and just even just the way it's rising up out of the flames here. So this other person was previously in this energy of yeah, even because I was just shuffling before I really got going. So it's before this other person was trying to find their way out of something, or they were lost here, um trying to find clarity in a really uncertain situation. But now they're overcoming something. They're finally seeing the light of day. They finally see their way, or have a clear path out, or it's coming out on top of something, or having victory over something, celebrating new life here. It's a new chance after finding their way out of some sort of darkness here. It's a new start, a revival, things coming back to life after being really lost and confused here. Clarity coming through after miscommunication. Or yeah, with the judgment, I'm getting this energy of like someone's prayers are being answered here, so it's like they may have been really really confused and they didn't see how this was going to come through. But then it just kind of like does, and so yeah, we have the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is this like wish fulfillment. Oh, and then the Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups. So yeah, before um oh my gosh, yeah, Ten of Swords. Yeah, okay. Before they were going through like so before they were going through a really really difficult situation. It was very very painful and they were having to like gather all of their strength and all of their willpower here in order to not like give up or in order to not stop. They had to like really persevere here through really really uncomfortable emotions, and they may have came to a place where they like almost gave up or they almost quit here because um, they almost didn't take like the guidance in front of them, or they almost like weren't able to see something here, like with the head down, like being in this like negative energy. um so yeah, they didn't have like a lot of clarity, or like they almost didn't take like the steps they needed to take to be able to come out of this. They were almost too like overwhelmed and confused. Yeah, it's this energy of like they were in a lot of pain, and there was just a lot of like maybe spiritual warfare and just like chaos going on around them. And so they had to really like take a moment to like rest and gather and collect themselves and try not to quit, try not to give up, try not to stop, try not to like throw in the towel here. They had to like really persevere. It's like try and find the light or like the guidance in the situation, like silence the noise and try and listen regardless of like how crazy everything was. So yeah, it's like they finally found their way out here. It's like they were given some sort of stroke or of inspiration, or finally they were able to like cut through like all of the cloudiness and the confusion. They were able to just like clearly get through things here and like get towards um yeah, like a new start, a fresh start for something they really desire here, or something that would really fulfill them emotionally. And then also like this is kind of like a little oasis type of a deal here. um yeah, like with the water and stuff. And so it's like finally coming to a peaceful place after um such a like long and painful journey, uh where like I said, you really had to like take your time to like gather yourself and it's like overcome a lot of obstacles here and get through a lot of like craziness. And there may have been a lot of conflict with the Ace of Swords. Like you really had to like gather your inner strength and find a way to continue to like communicate and persevere through a really really difficult situation here and not give up. And so it's like finally making out of that struggle, finally making it out of that struggle and into like this more harmonious situation that you've like desired here. So it's like a revival, like a chance at new life. So that's the other person's energy. That's like the energy that the other person's here. So the viewer, we have the King of Wands. So there's this like stable, mature, um, the viewer is coming from this place of I'm hearing um it's like elevated yourself to a place of stability where you can be like a guide for others and help others. um there's like this emotional maturity here where it's like this person's learned how to like draw things into them with like the cat here. They've kind of like learned how to harness their like passions and their energy in such a way to like draw things into them, and so now they you can be a guide to others. That's what I'm hearing. So yeah, you also um, went through some sort of like ending in the past. So that could be where you've also had to overcome like some sort of struggle or battle in your past. You also have like the judgment clarifying. So with you though, it's like a little bit different of an energy to where like with this person it's like they like finally just now made it out of this, like they just finally found their way out here. But with you it's like um you've been through like hard loss in the past, or even like with communication with someone, you could have had someone that just kind of like uh in a sense you feel as though they like got the best of you, or um you had to go through like some really painful situations in the past that were not fair. Yeah, and then I accidentally picked up the Four of Pentacles too. So it's like, um, so in the past, okay, so what I'm getting is in the past, you could have had to end things with certain people who were like withholding to you. Certain people may have not been fully straight up, or they may have not like revealed their full selves or their full intentions or everything they had to offer, or they were like withholding in some way, or they were like controlling over you or controlling over like what you were doing. Or I just heard like they could have been like trying to keep you broke. Like, you know, sometimes when you're in those like unhealthy toxic relationships where the other person is like constantly keeping you in a position of like financial lack somehow, like just constantly somehow they're always like spending your money or getting you to spend your money, or just like doing stupid things financially, so then you guys can never get ahead money wise, so then it's like you never have enough money to be able to like move forward or something. um but so it's like you had to like end this here. It's like you had to find a way to like overcome this situation and um like be able to walk away from it, even if the other person was like playing a game or taking something from you, is what I'm getting. Because like yeah, they were like acting withholding or trying to keep you in a position of lack so you couldn't move forward. So it's like you had to just like end it and move forward anyways, um even though you were in a position to lack, or like you chose to move forward even though you lost in a sense, because then it would just like end it anyways. But it was really really painful here. So now that you've went through this, it's like elevated you to this position of like having, it's like you're more mature now, you have a lot more wisdom, you've learned how to like draw things into you. um, yeah, like going through this here, like it felt like a huge loss at the time, but it was just like this a really really important lesson to like help build you. And it was really really painful for you here, so um it really helped to like build that emotional maturity and like help create a more stable, like nurturing environment within you, so you can be like a guide to others and like help lead others and help teach others how to use like the things that they're going through, or the painful situations, or the ways that people try and like take advantage of them as their benefit, in order to like actually overcome. And like with the judgment, it's like using the things that like end in our lives as stepping stones to like new life, or it's like you get to have like a second chance because of this, like because you just like chose to take the L and just let the situation in to just like get out of it. Um then there's like a reward or like a new chance or like new life coming to you, like you get to be kind of like revived here. And so then, but I'm also getting this energy of like this is you up here. It's like you can kind of like teach others or help guide others that like their pain or the things that they go through or like the deaths in their life can be, you know, they can use those and like try and overcome them and use them as like a strength in their life. There's like this wisdom teacher energy here with you, or it's like wanting to help others or something, like wanting to help others. It's like sometimes you have to like walk away and let the other person win in the moment and just kind of like um wait for your judgment day, or like wait for the day whenever you're going to get yours too, type of an energy. But then you can have a revival as well. So yeah, I'm getting this, whatever this situation is here though, that like you had to let someone win or you had to let someone walk away, or I don't think it's the same person. But let's keep going. So if this resonates with you, then we'll keep going here. Yeah, I don't think it's the same individual that I was picking up on over here. It's like something else that you had to like walk away from. Too many, Spirit. Oh my gosh, Spirit. Yeah, so we have the Two of Cups. Ooh, and the Three of Wands underneath that. I'm seeing this like dreaming, wishing, hoping, um, like wishing on a shooting star. Um, so yeah, there's this really strong desire for this like coming together and having this um, like loving exchange here. So yeah, I really don't think, yeah, it's like this other person has also went through like a similar situation to you, and so they're also, for both of you, coming together is like a second chance. It's like a chance at new life here, new hope. It's like a revival after like these really dark and painful periods that you've both had to go through, but you're just like coming from different places slightly, or like coming from different positions slightly, but you both have a desire to then come together and just like share your emotions, and it's like embrace each other and lean on each other and uplift each other. That your energy towards them, we have the Queen of Wands. So that's interesting. It's like King and Queen of Wands. So you could see them as your Queen of Wands, like you could see them as your divine counterpart here. Like you just see them in all of their beauty here, and um, yeah, I'm just seeing like the way that all of this is shaped. I'm getting like a heart and like all of the red, and I'm just getting very like feminine um energy here. So it's like, yeah, and then this is so funny. It's like this king here, the way they are, like the king is like looking down at her. So yeah, I'm getting this energy of like you're really admiring this other person, and you see them like you're very drawn into this person. And so you see them as like your divine counterpart, because it's like as much as you've learned to like draw in and attract the things that you want into you, you're very drawn into this other person in the same way. Um so yeah, it's like you're fixated on them. It's like that's like all you can see and all you can focus on. So yeah, you're very, very fixated on um this person. I'm just, yeah, I'm getting, you see them as like very beautiful, very just like radiant energy. You're just very, very drawn in to them. Really, really admire them. You see them in this really beautiful light, and you feel like you guys could be like king and queen, like match each other's level of like passion. Um, but yeah, like with you, it's like you've went on this energy of or you've went on this journey of like, now you've can't overcome the situation, so you're a lot more just like emotionally mature and stable, and like able to be someone to like that others can lean on. And so you see this other person is like, you feel like you're what they need and vice versa, like you could both lean on each other, and like match each other's like whatever they've been through here. It would like make them the perfect fit for you guys to be able to lean on each other, or you would be like exactly what they need as they're coming out of all of this here, because you've already learned how to like master it and overcome it yourself, and so you could like help them, or um you feel like, yeah, they would be like a stable, you would be stable support to each other or something. So their energy towards you, we have the Eight of Swords. So yeah, it's like she's okay, this other person's like refusing to see help here, refusing to see some sort of way. So maybe that's why you feel like, yeah, I was getting this energy of this like guide, teacher energy. And so, like, just see them in all of their light and all of their energy and radiance here. And you feel like you could like help them, like, help guide them out of this situation here, and like help them fully release out of this situation and like find their way here. Because there's still something they're like refusing to see, or some level of help that they're refusing here. um there, so okay, so your guys' connecting energy, we have the Seven of Wands, and like with the Two of Wands around her, I see that as like there's like a pathway that she's trying to follow, but there's all this like pushback, there's all these people around her that are like kind of coming up against her and challenging her, so she's trying to just like keep her head down and persevere through. So it reminds me of what I was seeing like at the bottom of the deck before, with this energy of like this other person has went through such a painful and difficult situation. It's like they really had to stop at a certain point and like really gather themselves and like gather the strength to not quit or like throw in the towel here, right? Or just like give up, or just like the gather the strength to like not let something be the end. So there's like a lot of like pressure or pushback, or like this person's really trying to just like keep their composure and just like continue. It's like now that they have this like way here, they have this path that they're trying to fit through, or this certain way they're trying to go. um they're just like trying to stay in alignment, or they're trying to like just continue down their path and not let any of the outside noise or the outside distractions or any energy around them like deter them or stop them or get them hung up. So it's almost like there's this energy of like having their head down and just like not wanting to misstep, or like not wanting to like get distracted or let anything affect them, or deter them on their path, or like stop them. And so they have like a blindfold on. They're like not seeing the help that you're trying to give them. They don't see, it's like they're so focused on all of these other people that could be like, coming up against them. They're like having to focus so much of their strength on just like keeping it between the lines and pushing forward, that that's kind of like all they can see, right? And so they're not seeing, they have like a blindfold on to like if you're trying to help them or offer a hand or an assistance or some sort of guidance here. um but I'm getting this energy of like you're still observing them from afar and just like really really admiring them regardless. So yeah, we have the star. This is just like trying to be guided, trying to be led, trying to find your way in the darkness and the uncertainty, like trying to have hope. Yeah, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands. So with this here, it's like trying to navigate something or trying to, it's like trying to get to this place. And so it's like trying to navigate your way to this here. It's like being able to come together, being able to come, like, okay, so the way that it's like they're just alone on like a little like surface here, floating in the middle of nowhere, there's like no one else around. It's like um trying to navigate a way to get to this place in the relationship where you can just be together, right, and celebrate each other together without all the outside noise, all the outside chaos, all the outside pushback. It's like you're on a path right now, you're trying to get there, trying to keep it between the lines, like I said, and like navigate course here. But it's like being really divinely guided here and divinely led. And just like really pondering like, okay, how can we get to this place of just like having total peace, like not having any sort of outside influence affecting us, or nobody else is like around, you know. So that's the past. Right now we have the Three of Wands. So what I'm getting here is there's still some uncertainty, there's still some energy of like, how are we going to get there, how are we going to do this, how do we like bring, with like the three, it's like how do we bring all of these different pieces like all together. The other person is still like, because they're still in this energy of like not really seeing the help that you're trying to give them. They're just so focused on like all of the outside disrupt that right now there's still this uncertainty of like how do we bring, they're still trying to be like, okay, how do we bring me, them, and everyone else's opinions all together. Like you can't come together and please everybody else, right? And so it's like you can really only please each other. So it's like you just need to like focus on each other. And once you can do that and just like shut off everyone else's opinions and everyone else's ideas and um feelings about how things should be, it's like you have to like cut like everyone else out of the situation, and then like the two of you will be able to work together better, like think together more clearly and be like more divinely led. It's like the path will open up here and be more clear, whereas right now there's still this uncertainty of like how do we travel to this place we want to be in, like how do we actually get there, because again they're trying to factor in everyone else's opinions and ideas and thoughts about how to like go about it, that or just like on how the relationship should be or whatever. And so there's like this uncertainty of being able to see exactly which course to take, exactly which direction to go in. It's like um Yeah, the other person definitely needs to. It's like you're so overly focused on the other person, you can't even see the other people and like their opinions. You can't even hear them or like don't even care about that. But the other person is so focused on everyone else's opinions and like pushback and like everyone else's energy that they can't see you, right? Like, so because of that, it's like this miscommunication. It's like you guys aren't able to um like stay in harmony together and keep it like moving forward together, or there's just a way to, it's like you can't see how to get there, like I said, and like travel to the place you want to be in. So this other person needs to like stop looking at or like stop worrying about what everyone else thinks or how everyone else feels, and then they'll be able to see just how focused you are on them. And um, naturally then like the path will become more clear, right? And we have justice in the future energy here. So yeah, things balancing out, things coming together. And I'm getting like once this other person can like let go of everyone else's thoughts and opinions about this and everyone else's ideas of like how you should, which direction you should go in or how you should go about things, or et cetera, et cetera, then that will naturally balance things out. You know, that will like clear the path. That will like make a way for you guys to be able to come together and communicate and focus on each other and have this like heart, like mutual give and take exchange here without anyone else like disrupting the balance of either side of the scales. It's like other people, yeah, removing everyone else will just make it so much more cohesive. Um, for you two to be able to just like focus on each other here. And so, yeah, that's what's going to really like balance out the situation. So, let's look more deeply. Okay, the other person, where they're at, what they're doing, their energy towards you. Too many spirit. Their thoughts, their feelings. Oh yeah, we had the Three of Cups. So that's like multiple parties all coming together to celebrate. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like a being patient, like it's like you've planted the seeds and now you're kind of nurturing them and waiting for things to like come to fruition. We have the Six of Swords. So again, it's like going on this like somber journey here. Like they have like a path in front of them that they're following here. Um, like the cloaks and all of that makes sense because their energy is like going through that door here. Like they're on their journey right now to emerge through like that judgment, right? The new start, the new life. They're just now like on their path here. And so they're still on this like they're still taking the steps here and like being patient and waiting like for the fruits of their labor to fully develop. Like they haven't quite walked through that door yet to like get to the start of like their new life or their judgment time, right? It's like they're still in this period of I'm getting like they're still in this period of mourning. And so they're just like very slowly but surely making progress forward. So where they're at, we have the devil. And with this card, it's like you see how the hands are kind of like there's like these strings around the hands, and it's like trying to like lure these kids in. It's like really creepy. And then, okay, so that's where they're at and what they're doing. We have the womb. So this is like a spare card in this deck. And so the womb represents literally what I was just describing with the walkway here, like being just about ready to walk through that door. Like they're just about ready to walk through their judgment, like into their new life here. um, but they're still waiting for things to grow, right? They're still the seeds have been planted, but now they're nurturing it and like waiting for it to grow. So everything is still in the womb, right? And it's still in this period of like the womb represents that moment just before like it's the last deck in the last card in the major arcana in this deck, right? And so it's like the world and then the womb, and then it starts over with the fool. And the fool is like the start of a new life, the start of a new journey. It's like the beginning again. So it's like coming out of this, right? And so it's like you hitting your judgment and emerging into that new life, that new process. So it's like um right now they're still like mourning and taking the steps here. They're like still mourning their old life and all of their old experiences, right? They're still growing and nurturing themselves, and they're right in that bubble. They're right in that moment just before um, it's like being giving birth and like emerging into a whole brand new life, a new start, being a fresh brand new baby, which is like the fool, right? So they're still wrapped up in that womb space right now. And then where they're at with the devil here, it's like they're being tempted. Like as they're walking this path, they have an end goal and they see in sight, like this is where they need to emerge through. But there's all this, there's like pushback around them, or there's people. I just heard like there's all these people around them that are trying to like deter them off their path. There's all these people around them that are trying to like lure them in a different direction. They can clearly see the goal. They can clearly see like where they're trying to get, and they're very slowly but surely, like I said before, like putting their head down and just trying to go through that path. But there's all of these other people, like with what we were seeing with the Seven of Wands and your connecting energy, there's all these other people that are trying to get their attention and lure them in and be like, well, you should come over here, you should do things this way, you should there's very, very tempting. There's so many people that are trying to tempt them with all of these other things. And so they're like trying to, with the cloak here, it's like they're trying to keep their head down and focus on the intentions that they planted, right? And um, so that could be like, well, they can't even really see the help and assistance that you're trying to give them or the guidance you're trying to give them because they just have like their, they have like a cloak on metaphorically, like they have their blinders turned on so that they can't see any of these outside distractions. So that's like nothing like deters them or lures them away. And they just like continue forward on their path and they make it out of this here and they can reemerge like in this light here, right? And so they're just trying to be really, really patient and tactful here. And again, like not see anything around them because they don't want to get like distracted or deterred off their path when they clearly know the direction they need to go in. So it's like right now it's just going through this process and it's just a matter of time here. So yeah, that could be, it's like they're not purposely shutting you out. They're not purposely ignoring you. They're not purposely just being like, "Oh, I don't care about your guidance. Like you're dumb. Like what could you possibly know?" Right? It's this energy of like they don't even see that you're trying to help them because they're so shut off from the outside because they're very well aware that there's all of these things that are trying to tempt them or trying to like lure them in a different direction that are going to like really get them caught up here, right? It's like try and tempt them with their desires, but then it's going to end up kind of like chaining them or holding them down or debilitating them from being able to actually move forward and walk through this path here and start anew, have this like new start for themselves. And they don't want that because it's something that they've been like working towards for a really long time. Like they've put a lot of like energy into this. And so, um, it's like they're so close, like they're literally just about to emerge through, or they're just about to reach their goal, or they're just about to reach their threshold, or they're so close to what they want, or like their chance at a new life in their perspective. And so they're just like, I can't let anything else like deter me or distract me or catch my attention and get me to go in the wrong direction and then like jam me up and like hang me up in a way that I can't, like with the traditional devil, how he has like those people like hung up. So it's like they're trying to really avoid like going in any direction that's going to get them in that type of situation to where they're no longer free. It's like they don't want to, yeah, lose their ability whenever they're like this close, whenever they put this much work into it and they've waited this long and they're this close. And it's like, it's literally, yeah, they can just like almost taste the outside world, you know. And so they're not about to like let anything like deter them or like capture them or capture their attention and hang them up, get them stuck right now. So their energy towards you, we have the magician. Their thoughts towards you, we have the two of wands. And their feelings, we have the queen of wands. Yeah, I just heard like they could feel like their friends don't actually have good intentions for them. So they're just like shutting everyone out and they're like choosing not to be social here because they feel like they're just so close to reaching their goals that it's like not worth it to like go out and party or to like go meet up with their friends and like do things they would have normally done because then it's going to like put them in a vulnerable position and then they won't be able to reach their goal and they're like so close that it's like not worth it. It's like something about like, yeah, they don't, it's like multiple people around them, they don't want to be like vulnerable to them or like meet up with them and party with them and like get together with them and share with them in the same way that they did before. So with the two of wands, it's like with their thoughts towards you, they're like pondering here. They are like pondering and thinking um, of like, how can we bring this together? Like, how can we come together? Uh, yeah, it's like looking over the horizon and being like, how do we get there? How do we bring um, this other person in myself? How do we like merge my world and his world since we're so far apart right now? It's like a daydream. It's something that they think about um, like in their downtime here. And with the magician, it's like they do feel like they have all of the tools necessary, or they feel like they have everything that they need in order to do this, or they feel like fully equipped here. Um, and then also with the infinity sign over the head, they feel like, um, I just heard like all roads lead back to you, or like, yeah, um, they feel like they have all of the tools or like skills that they need, or like all of the guidance that they need in order to like overcome the situation here. And so it's like they just have to put their head down, not get distracted, not let anything else affect them, and just like continue forward and just get through here. And then once they do that, then they have all of the tools that they need in order to actually like bring you guys together, right? Like even with the bird on their shirt, it's like, not only do they like have all the practicals they tools they need like in the 3D, but they also um, can be like really led or like guided by spirit here. Um, yeah, it's like in um, I'm also getting, it's like they feel like they know exactly where they're going. Like it's they're being guided towards you, and they know that like once they get to this certain place and you guys can have that fresh start, right, and start over and like get away from and get past this like weird like outside influence, then they have all the tools necessary within them for you guys to be able to like take off, or the situation to be able to take off and be really prosperous here and like overcome something. um and then they think at that point you guys will be able to like come together. They think at that point they'll be able to merge yourself and them. And so it's like they like think about it and they're just like, yeah, it's like this daydream, because it's like they can't quite act right now, but they feel like once they get to where they need to be, then like I said, they'll have all the tools and everything that they need within them in order to act, in order to be successful. And their feelings for you, we have the Queen of Wands. So it's again, it's like, um they could see you the same way you see them. Like they just see you as this very stable, loving, mature. Um, they're very like drawn in towards you the same way that you're drawn in towards them. They see you in this same like very beautiful, elegant, loving. It's like they just have a lot of like passionate feelings for you with like the pink here. Ooh, we have kicked to the curb. So yeah, I feel like they're like kicking some friends out of their life, or like certain influences, or like they're not giving any energy to that because like I said, they don't want to get like distracted or deterred here. because they feel like, yeah, like I said, they've come so far and they've already put so much time and energy and like emotional investment into this situation. And so anyone that's trying to like be a hater or deter them from their path or like, yeah, get them like stumbled up so then they can't move forward, they don't want to like go out with these people anymore. They're not trying to hang out with these people and share with them the same way that they were. They're like kicking these people to the curb. Running away, literally, like just getting away from anything, not giving any sort of time or attention from anything they don't think is gonna like help them get to where they want to be. Writing it out. So yeah, whatever like um uncomfortable situations are around them or like whatever they're having to go through, they feel like they just have to write it out for right now, or however like things are, the dynamics between you, however it is right now, they feel like they just have to write it out until they can get away from all of this like outside influence. And then, like I said, then they have the tools and the skills, and then they feel like they'll have everything that they need in order to be able to be successful here and like bring you guys together. So they just feel like they have to like get through something right now. So it's like while they're still in this period here, this like womb period, and like trying to get through to, this like reawakening in this new life here. And like once they can get through this doorway, this threshold, but until then, it's like they have to write it out. Like however things are, whatever the dynamics are, if you're like not in communication or if the communication is rocky or just whatever it is, they're like, okay, well, was like we just have to get through this for right now, and then once we get on top of like once I get on top of this next wave, then I'll have like all of the tools I need to be able to navigate further. We have copycat. So yeah, they could feel like it's coming from jealousy, these like outside people. It's like they don't want to let any of them in or let any of them know what's going on here because yeah, they feel like these people will like purposely trip them up and get them like hung up and stuff here, um, to where they can't move forward and pursue their goals or pursue what they want, but then the other person will go and do the same thing. And so it's like, you know what I mean, the people that just like kind of talk ish on your dreams and like make you feel bad or make you feel discouraged or make you feel like you shouldn't do that or make you feel like you shouldn't even care and you should just go out and party anyways, and who cares if it messes up your future, because like who cares about that? And then you do end up doing something to jam yourself up and like you end up getting in trouble, or like it just ends up, something ends up happening to your reputation or whatever. It's like you can't move forward in the way that you wanted to, and then those people go and do the same thing that you were going to do, and it's like you can see like they're just, it's just this like hater energy. So yeah, anyone that they feel like is doing that type of weird like hater, it's like they can see that their intentions and like what they're trying to do here. And so we also have in their feels. So yeah, they are still kind of going through it somewhat here, even though they like now they do, like before they didn't even really see a way out or like what direction to go in. They were just so overwhelmed. They didn't even know how to communicate this. Maybe like before there was so much like chaos around them and they always felt like they couldn't move forward, but they weren't sure like where this was coming from or like why this was happening or like why they were so weighed down or like why there was all this like pressure all around them, always trying to like make them feel like they should just quit or just throw in the towel or just like give up and not keep going. But now it's like they have clarity now. Now they can see through all the bullish around them, right? And everything that's going on. And they can clearly see like this was coming from, outside influence projecting like jealousy on them. This was like false friends. Um, so it's like before they couldn't even really see their pathway or they couldn't see a clear out or clear way out or like which steps to take. but now there is a pathway. Like now they can see, and they have put in like so much time and energy into this. And so now it's not like they're not just like blindly trusting in people and then like having people affect them, and then it being like, why is all this chaos happening around me, why can't I move forward in my life, and like I don't even understand what's going on, and da da da. And it's like, meanwhile they have no idea they have all these hater friends that are like purposely jamming them up, so they can't be successful. So it's like before they couldn't even see what was going on, so they couldn't like change it or get out of it or make it better. So now they have this like clear understanding and this clear pathway, and they can clearly see like, okay, this is where I go and I can have this new start and things can be different. But in the process of that, like, so now they can see this, right? So now they understand this, so now this isn't just like inadvertently affecting them and keeping them stuck, but it's still a process of getting these people out of their lives and removing themselves from these situations and these environments where these other people were affecting them. So right now they're still in this energy of like overly worrying about what these people think, overly worrying about these people's thoughts and opinions. It's like these people are still like in the situation right now, right? Um, but yeah, they feel like they just have to like write it out or like do what they can and just kind of like keep their head down and not let anything affect them. And then once they can come out of this space and like enter into a new space, then they can come on top of the situation and um like I said, then they will have the tools necessary, because then they're not like going through spiritual warfare. They're not going through like conflict and like weird stuff with all these people. And so then with more clarity, then they can utilize like the tools that they have to be able to like merge your guys' worlds together and show you that like they do feel the same way about you that you feel about them. Okay. So at the bottom, we have self care, balance. Taking time to replenish your mind, body, and soul is a must. Enjoy this time to reconnect and make yourself a priority. Ask yourself, what is serving me and what is taking from me? Much can be revealed when you stop putting yourself at the bottom of the list. So, yeah, self care, balance. And that was the future energy that we're stepping into. So, that could be a way to get into that like justice, balance energy in the future, and everything to kind of like come back into harmony is like focusing on the self care here, taking the time to replenish your mind, body, and spirit, exactly like it says. We have abundance, security. Money is energy like anything else. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Trusting that the universe will take care of you gives off the energy of abundance and expectancy in every dollar you receive. Know that you are supported and that money will flow. And we have protection needed, shield. It is vital at this time to protect your energy field, as others may be projecting negative energy onto you. You also may be in an environment for which you are absorbing negative vibes that are draining you. Call in Archangel Michael for protection and to clear your energy field. Having a practice of grounding and putting a protective bubble around you every day will be helpful. Yeah, I also feel like that's what this other person is trying to do, because they realize like all of the like false fake friends around them type of energy. But this is like good advice for you as well. So you guys could be like mirroring each other in some of your experiences here. Let's get, oh, oh my goodness. So yeah, I think they have a couple things they would maybe want to say. Okay, I feel lost and confused with no way out. And then I also picked up, I fear rejection and I'm afraid to reach out right now. I feel when we heal, we'll be together again. You consume my mind at night and I can't stop thinking about you. I reminisce about our past and it is always with me. Yeah, this, if I feel when we heal, we'll be together again, is really standing out here. It's like they definitely feel like they need to like heal and overcome something. It's like get on top of something in their life. And then they'll have like all the tools that they need in order to be able to merge things here. But it's like with all of this outside pressure and all of these outside opinions, it's putting them in this like insecure energy where they do fear rejection just because of, or they fear things not working out right now at this time. So they feel like you guys both need to heal in order to have the best chance or the best possibility, or it's like you won't really be able to get there and like fully have like a new, authentic, true, fresh start. But that is also a factor of them like being so like influenced by the outside, everyone else's opinions and just all of this stuff. They're, like I said, they're looking so much and focusing so much on like what everyone else thinks and feels, and how everyone else is affected, and like trying to make everyone else happy and please everyone around them, that it's like, yeah, giving them just like false ideas or false scenarios or false senses of insecurity that like don't need to be there. So they're not able to like look at you and see you in a true light quite yet. But yeah, they're in the process of like dealing with this here, removing things that they need to remove. And yeah, they're like on their path, on their journey. So yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you so much if you watched this far into the reading. If it resonated with you, you can leave a comment. Let me know. I always love everyone's comments, reading them. And if you want a more personal reading, you can click the link in my description. And otherwise, I hope you have a really, really good day.